in the first heat, 4:30s in the second heat and the third heat. And again, a really tough time to get a second swim, 4:17 in this one.
And you said, Duncan, the 400s, just one final. So in this first heat, we have 7 swimmers. Charles DeBow from Warrender, Max Hitchcock from Gary, Ian McCuish from Ren 96, Oliver Carter from Carnegie goes in lane number 4, Liam Eccleston from Dumfries in lane number 5, Jack Dalgetty from Dundee City Aquatics in 6, Angus Rutherford from Heart of Midlothian in lane number 7. Oliver Carter from Carnegie leads them out. A good lead for Oliver Carter here in the early stages. One of the para swimmers in the Scottish squad.
Yep, S10 disability. So he's going up nicely here. Youth Development Squad member. Entered 4:41. He actually was faster than that in the British Para International. I think you were probably commentating on him there, Paul. Did a 4:38 in Glasgow. Goes through 1:04.24. So a lead of just a bit over 2 seconds on Angus Rutherford in lane 7. And then a similar sort of gap to Jack Dalgetty, Liam Eccleston in 6 and 5. So Oliver, we're looking just now to settle into a pace that he can sustain. .39.85, so still 2 and a bit seconds up. But, well, you just get the feeling that Angus might be starting to work it back. We'll see. Not really happening yet. Maybe it's not going to happen at all. Of course, it's possible. Oliver could sustain this. And then, well, Liam and Jack are also closing up on Angus. And also lane 3, Ian McCuish, or N96, will be pushing on through halfway, though. 2:15.69 for Oliver. Angus still just the 2 seconds back. So not too much has changed actually in that second 100. But you just get the feeling here that, well, something is ready to change. Somebody's going to make a move in the second half. Who's it going to be? Is it going to happen? What do you think, Paul?
Well, Oliver Carter looking pretty good. He's moved to Carnegie just a year or so ago. And certainly been continuing that improvement that he showed a couple of years back. So continuing to push himself up the para swimming rankings. Tells me he's got a long-standing Scottish record in his sights in this one. Stood since 1992.
So who might have that then?
Well, I still have some Scottish records left, believe it or not. Oliver Carter is he sees it as his mission to wipe some of them off the record books in this S10 classification. It stood for a long time though, and it'd be great if Oliver Carter can get past that record. I'm not sure if he's going to do it today. It might be safe for another day. I'm not sure exact time. I think it's 4:33. I think a long course record, and he is being overtaken now, Duncan, by the swimmer in the outside lane. That's Angus Rutherford. Well, you said might be someone ready to make a move. It's going to be a good time from these two though.
Yeah, Angus has just come out of that turn about a body length up, so unless Oliver can find something, but maybe he can. He's looking maybe the stronger. I think Angus is tying up a bit. Maybe just went too early here. Also coming up now nicely, Liam Eccleston, but he's got too much to do, you would think. But this is going to be tight because Oliver is still very much in the hunt here, but I think Angus is just going to do enough here in lane 7, and he does come in to take it 4:37.60. Big improvement, 8 seconds. So I'll be very pleased with that. Oliver 4:38.68, nice improvement, tidy improvement of 3 seconds for him. And third place Liam Eccleston 4:41.14. He also improves, second and a half improvement for Liam. So some nice swims there, but well, it's safe for now, Paul.
Yeah, it is. It's a good improvement for Oliver Carter. Good to see him making progress. He's got a bit of work to do before the old man's knocked off the record books yet.
Yeah, you better get that record down and dust it down before you hand it over.
Let's move on to the next heat. Heat number 2, George Cowan goes in lane 1 from Dundee City Aquatics. Andrew Watt from Gala in lane number 2. Oscar Smiley from South Ayrshire in lane 3. Joe Ewing from Warrender in 4. Guy Haggerty, City of Glasgow in 5. Neil McEwish from Ren 96 in lane 6. Josh Broadfoot, East Kilbride in 7. And Murray Fraser from East Lothian in lane number 8. So good start, centre lanes, as you might expect. The two fastest were into the seeded heats now. 4:32 from Joe Ewing is an entry time. Guy Haggerty also in the 4:32 range, and Guy Haggerty leading there, City of Glasgow, and Warrender's Joe Ewing in second position. But these two away and clear. It's going to be quite close as they come down to the 100 mark. It's 0.13 of a second separating them. Guy Haggerty just with that lead, and keeping an eye on the man next to him, breathing across the man with the white cap, City of Glasgow. They're both kind of eyeballing each other as they go up this third length.
Yeah, it's interesting just how close Joe Ewing is in particular to that lane rope, right up there alongside Guy, and he's just got the edge because we saw Super swim from big sister Hannah earlier on in the 400 IM. So Joe now picking up the Ewing mantle. Will want to do the family proud here. Just got the edge at the 150. These two quite a long way clear of Andrew Watt, but we saw earlier what Andrew can do in the closing stages of a race, so we'll take nothing for granted on this one. Joe Ewing, though, as they come up to halfway, just edging up now to a metre or so's advantage. So he's going to lead them through the 200 to 12:67 for him, around 3 seconds faster than the first heat, and that was what, around a 69-second 100 split.
Yeah, looks like Joe Ewing is putting the pressure on here, and continues time. We're going to be have a decent swim here from Joe Ewing. Warrender, Guy Haggerty looks like he's falling back now as he goes over the lead. Is now a second and a half almost. Guy Haggerty struggling to stay pace with Joe Ewing. He's picked that up now in third position. Does look like Andrew Watt, but probably a little bit too far back to post a challenge to the leading two. Although Joe Ewing is certainly powering home his advantage there as he comes up to the 300 mark. Let's have a check on his splits there. 322.82 for Joe Ewing. He has to come back in 109 to get under that entry time of 4:32.11. He has a lead of around about 3 or 4 meters against Guy Haggerty next to him in the white cap.
Yep, so Joe, I think, has done the heavy work to win the heat, so now it is very much about the time. Turning at 350, 357.95, so that was around a 35-second 50, so he needs 34-ish now to bring it home. 4:32 his entry time, 4:32.11. That's the time he did in Toll Cross a month ago. More than a month ago now to national age groups. But that was when he did it. So he's really pushing on now, and as he comes in, it's going to be there or thereabouts, just nicks inside it. 4:31.87. Haggerty 4:36.48. And third, Andrew Watt. Oh, only just from George Cowan. George Cowan was really closing on him at the end there, but Andrew Watt just hanging on to third place, 4:40.11 to George's 4:40.25.
Joe Ewing just kind of increasing that lead as they went into the second half of that race. Thought we were going to be in for a good head-to-head contest there between Joe Ewing and Guy Haggerty at halfway, but Joe Ewing was the stronger in the second half. I was still waiting for confirmation of that result there. We do see it on the scoreboard here, but the scoreboard had not been ranked at all, so may well be problems with a time. They might be waiting for a backup time possibly. I think we have it now. Here we go. Joe Ewing 4:31.87. Guy Haggerty in second. Andrew Watt in third place, just ahead of the fast finishing George Cowan. Heat number 3. We have Daniel Saunders from Warrender in lane 1. Ross Neely from West Lothian. In fact, no swimmer in lane number 2. So we have Sean Craig Mile in lane 3. Ryan Curtis from Perth in lane 4. Scott Lilburn from first in lane 5. Liam McLaughlin from Warrender in 6. Daniel Parker from Warrender in 7. And Fraser Collier from South Ayrshire in lane number 8. Again, the swimmers in the centre, Ryan Curtis from Perth and Scott Lilburn from first. With the favourites here, 4:31.2 and Scott Lilburn 4:32.20. And it looks like lane number 5, so it's 4, 5 and 6 there, all in a row in the centre as they come down to the 100 metre mark. And possibly could be Scott Lilburn in that tower, maybe Liam McLaughlin. Seen a couple of good swims earlier from the Perth swimmers. We've got another Perth swimmer in here, Ryan Curtis in lane number 4. Not short of good role models at Perth these days.
No, certainly not. Particularly when we get to middle and long distance freestyle. Stephen Milne, of course, the Perth man who's on his way to Rio. And of course Scott McClay as well, very fine middle and distance freestyler, also showing some good sprint form in the last year or so. But here it's about Ryan Curtis. He's currently in 5th place, so he's got some work to do. Daniel Saunders down there at the bottom of your screen had the touch at the 150, but it looks like his teammate Liam McLaughlin over in lane 6 is the one who's picking it up now. So Warrender having a good run. We saw that nice swim from Joe Ewing earlier on. Seen some good swims from the girls from Warrender as well. And here we have Liam McLaughlin. Well, no, in fact, Sean Craig Mile, the East Lothian swimmer, just nicking the touch there at halfway, 2:15.94. This is not as fast as Joe Ewing's time from the previous heat. But, well, Sean Craig Mile, the 13-year-old national age group champion, will be looking to show what he can do against these older swimmers. Got a couple of 14-year-olds. We do have another 13-year-old, and he's up there in the mix as well. Daniel Saunders in lane 1. You see there in the red cap at the bottom of the screen as they turn, and Scott Lilburn now getting the lead back. He's really jumping back and forth here at the front. Lilburn's been there or thereabouts all the way throughout, and he's maybe making a little bit of a move now. He's got about a meter's advantage, so we're trying to hang on to that now and try and make a critical move that breaks the hearts of the other ones behind him. Coming up to 300. Well, it's not really breaking it at the moment. There's still the four of them in the hunt, led by Lilburn. McLaughlin second, Saunders third, Craig Mile fourth. That's the four contenders into the final 100.
Yeah, McLaughlin still very much in contention on the shoulder of the leader, Scott Lilburn, and maybe just edging ahead now, possibly the red cap there. And the red cap down here, just in lane number 1, not out of things at all here. So still 4 swimmers in contention as they come into the final turn. It's very, very close between all 4 of them. Just half a second really between everyone there. And it was McLaughlin we went over. McLaughlin really putting the power on here as he went over that final turn. I don't know if Lilburn has got any answer to that. Craig Mile coming back now in lane 3, and Saunders working really hard, the youngster in lane number 1. But it looks like it is going to be McLaughlin will take this one, and he is going to come in to take that one. He's clear ahead of the other 3 who all come in absolutely together. The other 3, McLaughlin will take that one, and it's 0.2 of a second separating the further 3 swimmers behind him. Sean Craig Mile getting the touch for second, Daniel Saunders for third, and Scott Lilburn in 4th position. So a blanket finish